Good afternoon. It is Thursday? It's Wednesday the 21st of May. And I thought I would pick up the cam and kick off this vlog. I wasn't sure what the vlog was going to look like this week. Last week I did a sort of a few days in my life as a solopreneur, and I feel like you like it. So we're going to do another few days, keeping in mind that every day looks different. So that is really the beauty of doing days in my life, is that I get to show you around on the different things that I'm up to. So I've just recorded the next episode for It's Not Luck, which is my podcast. If you don't subscribe, make sure you do. It's on Apple, Spotify, or you can watch it on YouTube. And this episode was all around pausing and permission to pause, permission to slow down, but also how we navigate that voice of guilt that's saying like you should be doing more, like you're getting behind, you have to earn your rest. So anyway, that episode is out on Tuesday. If you're watching this vlog on Saturday when it comes out, then the episode comes out on Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that. This morning I've been working from home. I have a little, well, I'd say slightly new, it's not really new, but a slightly different desk setup, which I've really been enjoying. I mean, it's very minor, but let me show you what it looks like. So I now have, where's my mouse gone? Oh, it's charging over here. So I'm a bit guilty of working from the living room on the table, even though we have a second bedroom upstairs with a desk. I just like working in this room because it's nice and light. But I have now got a laptop stand. So my laptop is higher off the table. I know, very 21st century, with a separate mouse, which just makes the whole setup nicer. It's better for your posture. It feels a bit more professional. And yeah, I think the main thing is it's just a little bit more comfortable. So I've been enjoying that the last couple of days. Working from home, I went to see a friend for a matcha and a walk at 11, just for 45 minutes, which was super nice. Then I came back and did the podcast. So it's been a productive morning. I've got an event that I'm going to this evening at 6, which is in Shoreditch. So I will try and take you along to that and give you a bit more of like a detailed overview of what that is once I'm there, because I'm not totally sure on the format, but it's all around like slow success and slow productivity, and hopefully I'll meet some interesting people. So I'm trying to get better at going to events and networking and connecting with people. So this is my effort to do that this week. And I'm actually going to a kind of co-working day tomorrow with a couple of women who I know who have organised it, but then there'll be other founders and freelancers working there as well. So I am proud of myself for going to a couple of events and putting myself out there this week, because I can get, it's just so easy when you're working from home. And I think I said this in the last vlog, but getting central sort of 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So then it just becomes a little less appealing when you're kind of at home and it's the end of the day. But anyway, I'm going in, I'm looking forward to that this evening. It's with a woman called Stephanie Sword-Williams, who I just think is fab. She's built an amazing personal brand. She's all about, her brand is called Fuck Being Humble. So it's all about like putting yourself out there, like acknowledging your achievements, asking for promotions, standing up for what you believe in. And she's just gorgeous, trendy. I've been following her for a while. I've never met her. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And it is, 12:26 now. We've got a boiler guy coming over to fix something in our boiler in about an hour. So I'm probably gonna have some lunch shortly. I'll show you what I have. It's just gonna be simple, healthy, what's in the fridge. And then I'll be working here this afternoon. But I just thought I'd pick up, say hi, check in, and I will show you what I get up to for lunch. So I'm having a bit of a picky lunch. And just getting some things out the fridge. So let's see what we have. We've got some couscous. I'm gonna do couscous. It's a bit of a annoying timing, this event that I'm going to tonight, because I've got to be there for 6 and it finishes at 8. And I went back until 9. So I'm like, do I have a little bit of a lunch now? And then like a substantial snack this evening. Well, not this evening, sorry, this afternoon before I go, which I think is what I'm gonna do. Red pepper, chicken, cucumber, carrots, beetroot. I'm just gonna make a salad, a nice tasty salad, which you can't always go wrong with. So I'm gonna do that, assemble it all, and then I can show you what it looks like when we're done. But sometimes these lunches, they just kind of come together quite well. I actually do have a dressing. I really want to get better at making dressings, but I've got a French dressing from M&S, so I'm going to have that. And I think that's probably everything that I need. I do have some like roast butternut squash that I made the other day as well. Top tip is just to do like a big batch of like roast vegetables at the beginning of the week, because that then just helps to make lunches super easy. This looks so good. So we have spinach, cucumber, beetroot, red pepper, chicken, and then couscous underneath, sprinkled with seeds and sprinkled with a kind of ranch dressing. So I'm going to sit here in peace for 10-15 minutes, enjoy my lunch. I am expecting the boiler man to arrive at some point, but until he arrives, I'm just going to enjoy my lunch. And this is like a perfect kind of lunch for me on a Wednesday. Yeah, I'm a bit restricted. I won't be able to go out until I leave later this evening, this afternoon, to go to the event because the boiler man will be here. But that's fine. I quite like going out for a walk after lunch, just fresh air. But I had my walk earlier with my friend, went out this morning before I started working, and I'm heading out later anyway. So yeah, let's do a little taste test actually. The only challenge I have with these sorts of salads is there's so many delicious different flavors. It's like, how do you get them all in one go? So we're gonna have to try and do a little bit of red pepper, cucumber, couscous, and chicken. It's the textures. I think that's key in a meal. The crunchy pepper, the soft couscous, the slightly tangy citrusy sauce, the crunch from freshness from the cucumber. So good, so good.
Last night, I don't exactly know what happened, but I heard. I'm like scared to go in.
A couple of hours later, I am in exactly the same position because I literally haven't moved from my desk. The boiler man is here, and it's kind of awkward because he's right by the bathroom, and I kind of need a wee, but it just feels like I can't go. So I'm just trying to hold it in for as long as possible. But I am coming to update you on a little snack. Is anyone else someone who eats snacks, i.e. like yogurt, frozen fruit, granola, in a mug? I just think mugs are the perfect item for something like a yogurt bowl. So I have vanilla yogurt, Alpro, frozen berries, protein powder, collagen, few like Cheerio type things, and some mixed seeds. And this is my little afternoon snack. I'm thinking this is going to be quite a filling snack to tide me over until later. But I am someone who likes to snack little and often. So I can't see myself lasting all the way through to 8 o'clock without having another snack. But I just thought I'd update you. I am just editing my vlog, my podcast that is going to be going up on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm making some good headway. Right, I am on my way out to the event that I'm going to. Not much to report from this afternoon. I was at my laptop getting my nurture sequence ready for everyone who came to my workshop yesterday and sending out emails for the Expander Club. We now have 3 new members, so there's 4 spaces left to fill, which I'm feeling excited about. So I'm basically sending out an email every day until Sunday for people to basically kind of encourage people to join and sign up, which is the nurture sequence. And that's until the early bird pricing. So it's on an early bird pricing now. So there's the incentive for people to join up whilst the price is lower, basically. So that's the strategy there. So I've been doing that. I've been editing my podcast, and I have been checking with clients, doing a piece of content. I created a carousel for Instagram, saved it in my Instagram, and then went to post it and it wasn't there anymore. So I had to do it all over again, which was annoying, but there we go. Lesson learned. It always seems to be the case with Instagram carousels. If I do them in advance and then write the caption, it doesn't save. Don't know if it's a glitch, but anyway. Here we go, floor 7, up to the event. It is 2:45, so I'm either going to be super early or I'm going to be on time and we're going to be kicking off at 6. So let's see. Good morning, it is the next day. I wasn't able to vlog much of the event I went to last night because as soon as I arrived, I started chatting to 2 other gals who had come on their own and I couldn't really get my camera out and film, but it was good. It was, it was sort of like a panel talk style with Poonam and Steph, who were hosting it. And they kind of just explored different topics around like the importance of slow success and slowing down and being mindful of like chasing after those like big shiny objects and the big goals only to get there feeling disappointed or unfulfilled because you kind of haven't been enjoying the journey and celebrating small wins. So it's like a lot of stuff that I am very much aligned with and speak to clients about and speak about like on my socials and in my business. So it was really interesting to hear, their thoughts, their journeys, their like honest, sort of vulnerable thoughts on it and their experiences of kind of reaching super high highs only to then feel a bit like, oh, is this it? And doing much more work kind of on an internal basis on feeling successful and not having to have successes that are only like posting on social media worthy, and actually the day-to-day successes actually are often the things that feel even sweeter. A very productive morning already, and it is only 7:56. I have stripped the bed sheets, put them in the wash, done a hoover, taken the bins out, washed my hair, blow dried my hair, and I'm ready for a good day. It's lovely and sunny. Did a 30-minute Pilates session in the living room, just following someone on YouTube. I love Move with Nicole. If you want an at-home yoga or Pilates, she's really good. So I did that, and I will be heading out at about 9:15 to head to this sort of co-working meetup that I'm going to today. So I need to write a LinkedIn post to post this morning that I'm going to post about the event last night, look at my emails, and then I will head out. So I'm feeling like it's going to be a good day, but I will take you along with me, show you what I get up to. Just made myself a tea. Haven't had breakfast yet, but I'm probably going to have that in 20 minutes or so. And just sit at my desk, have a little clear out. I was very good last night on the train back. I was like, I could just look at my emails now. I was like, nope, don't look. Your brain does not need to be looking at emails at 8 o'clock. It's just, not that I was thinking there's going to be anything stressful, but like, there's just no need to reply in that moment. And I like to try and be productive and get through my emails, but actually I was reading my book, I was enjoying reading my book, and I was like, I do not need to be looking at my emails. So note to anyone else that's tempted to just be productive and get through emails at times where actually there might be a more beneficial thing to be doing instead. This is your reminder to do so as well. Just thought I would show you actually how I use ChatGPT to help me with things like content. Whether you have your own business or you're working in corporate, there are so many ways obviously that you can use it, but thinking specifically of the event that I went to last night. So I made a couple of notes whilst I was there of like takeaways or things that like really resonated that I wanted to just like remember. A couple of them being surrendering to the act of creating, not the output. So doing things for joy and pleasure without needing to have goals. I think that's so important and such a good reminder. removing fake deadlines. So I think especially if you work for yourself or you're a freelancer, we can put so much pressure on ourselves to constantly be moving really quickly, always be hitting goals, like, you know, thinking that speed is the ultimate sign of success. But actually, part of what the conversation yesterday was like, it's not about speed, it's about kind of how you get through it and how you're enjoying that process and if you're being aligned with your values along the way. So anyway, I put some of those notes that I made into ChatGPT and said, I went to this event, it was called Celebrating Slow Progress. These were some of the key takeaways. Like, can you help me put it into a more sort of informed post that's going to resonate with my audience? And I've trained my ChatGPT to know who my audience is. Now, I would say, I don't know how familiar you are with ChatGPT, but I do always do a lot of tweaking afterwards. So I'll pull out things that I like. So I'll highlight some of the sentences that resonate. I'll highlight some that don't. I'll give it then feedback and be like, this doesn't resonate for this reason, or this language doesn't sound like mine. I want to like lean on this topic, or I really want to speak to the person who's in this situation. So it definitely takes some iterations, even though I use it a lot and even though it's trained to like my audience, my way of speaking. I just think we have to be so mindful of just copying and pasting, because I find it really annoying, for lack of a better word, when you see people who have clearly just copied and pasted onto their LinkedIn. They haven't changed the formatting. They clearly like wouldn't use that kind of language. And I just think we need to try and use it to help us and help, especially with like improving efficiencies and being able to get more done. But we also need to make sure we're staying authentic to our voice, our message, our personality. So anyway, I thought I would share that in case it's helpful. And yeah, let me know below if you use ChatGPT. Like, what do you use it for? Do you use it for work? Do you use it for personal life? I mean, I could probably do a whole episode or vlog on how I use ChatGPT. So if that's of interest, let me know. But yeah, I'm curious to know how you use it. A very successful co-working meetup situation. My only challenge with things like that is, I can't work and chat and be social. So it's kind of like you're either going to chat and like you're accepting that you're not going to do work, or you kind of chat and then like awkwardly do a little bit of work. So anyway, met some really nice people. I feel like that vibe was a really good one. Really, really nice girl who I will 100% stay in touch with. Couple of ladies I'd actually met before, and just like a really nice vibe. There were only 6 of us, so we all got to chat lots and just connect. And like, you know, when you meet people that you're like, you're my kind of person, like we would be friends in real life, you know? So that was really good. I couldn't really vlog anything because obviously like we were working and chatting, but hopefully you saw the vibe. Canova Hall, really good spot. I've worked there before. Now I am going to make some lunch because I am super hungry. It's nearly 12:30, so I'm going to do a very easy, classic scrambled eggs, avocado mix with some veggies on the side. It's easy, we've got eggs, ticks a lot of boxes in terms of protein, nutrients. So yeah, right, lunch has been made. I've kind of made it into a little bit of a sandwich in the end. I mean, there's not much to show, but let's take it through. I'm a big fan of a quick, easy but healthy lunch. I just think win-win situation. So here we have it. I mean, it really is very, very plain. Red peppers, a pita thin, and I kind of made my egg. I was going to do scrambled eggs, but I did like an omelette with wilted spinach and then mashed avocado on the bottom and a few little pop chips. So that is my very simple, easy, healthy, quick, tasty, satisfying lunch. Let's do a little taste test. I've been loving these pita thins recently, actually. Can't say I've ever really put an omelette in one, but actually it works quite well. wilt the spinach in the pan, because obviously eating a decent portion of spinach is quite hard raw, whereas as soon as you cook it, it just reduces to about a quarter of the size, so it's easier to eat and it's super tasty with a little bit of garlic and coconut oil. So that's what I've put in my sandwich. It is still the same day. I have changed, but it is still the same day. Not much to report apart from the fact that I have had my acupuncture appointment, which was good, and I've got some hummus and some tiramisu, and I'm going to make myself some crudité as a little snack. So I'm probably going to have some cucumber, maybe some... I did have one of these carrots earlier and they just tasted a little bit weird. I don't know why, because I bought organic carrots specifically. And then maybe some cherry tomatoes and like rice cakes or Ribena or something. So I'm just going to put that together as a little afternoon snack and wait to hear from my husband to see what our plans are this evening. There is like a little local, shut the fridge, local like film festival thing going on this evening, and they're doing they have different venues that are showing independent films or kind of documentaries. So they've got one at the Velodrome, the sort of outdoor cycling arena, and they're doing short films on like about cycling, and you can take something to sit on, you can take some food, some drinks. So we might go there. I'm quite keen. I mean, the weather's not warm, but it's literally like 5-minute drive away. So I'm thinking that could be quite fun.
It's better, but it's still too short. I did. 7 points, mate.
So I've just done my morning routine, as you would have seen. That was my stripped back morning routine, I would say. It definitely always involves going outside, getting some fresh air, doing some sort of exercise, but I have a sort of coffee meeting with someone that I might be doing a collaboration with in Clapham at 9, and it's a gorgeous blue sky sunny day. So I'm going to walk most of the way there and then probably hop on a Lime bike on the way back and then Lime bike back, and then I'm actually going to the gym later. So I'm not going to do exercise this morning, but I just did my non-negotiables of journaling, my red light mask when I can, and just like a bit of like stretching really, and my hot water and ginger, which I always like having. And it's literally 7 a.m. I woke up early this morning and got out of bed like 6ish. So I've just showered, got changed, and I'm going to probably make another hot water and ginger and just sit and read my book, which I rarely do at this time in the morning. It's tempting to like get my laptop out and start doing a bit of work, but I think for just like 20 minutes I'm gonna read my book. I'm reading at the moment The Romantic by William Boyd. I really enjoyed Any Human Heart by William Boyd. So this one my father-in-law gave me actually, because he's a big fan of William Boyd as well. So I'm going to read that and yeah, just have like a decaf tea probably and head off about 8ish. So